I think the crowd that thinks Chris Jones can just walk and we don't need to pay that man, they're off their gourd, right? Like they don't understand how this works. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say they don't know football at all or anything like
Say it.
that, but they're
Say it.
not
Say
understanding
it,
what
baby. Say it, baby.
they're not understanding what that guy freaking does. It's
Right.
not just the stat sheet. Do you think L'Jarius Sneed would be as dominant as he is if he didn't have Chris Jones cutting a quarterback's time in half every play? Do you think George Karlaftis would be a double-digit sack guy in his second season if he didn't have Chris Jones
Nope.
beside him? He would not. Absolutely not. And people don't understand that. Like, if you take Chris Jones away, it's a whole different defense. Like, it goes from dominant defense last year to, shit, we got to figure out what we're doing now. They just have to accept the fact that we need Chris Jones here, and it would be stupid to let that kind of a talent walk. They don't walk through the door every day. You don't find a defensive tackle that can get after the quarterback like that every day. It's just not a thing. You haven't seen that since, Aaron Donald, maybe. Other than that, you haven't seen a player at that caliber in a long time. So the L'Jarius Sneed thing, I'm in 100% agreement with what you said, Lance. Like, I think it was like probably almost when we first started our channel. It's been almost 2 years ago. One of the first things we brought up that really got people going was we said that L'Jarius Sneed could be a guy that we would trade because we were getting to the end of his contract and he was a valuable piece. We don't re-sign corners. We don't extend corners here. We never have. We did it like one time. I think it was Brandon Flowers. We ended up cutting him like 2 years later. He didn't even play through his contract. I'm with you guys. I think it would make all the sense in the world to make sure you lock down Chris Jones, tag and trade Sneed. They've already done the first half of that. So I think that's what we're getting ready to see, to be honest, unless with the new cap space and if they can get everything else worked out, if they can make Sneed fit, I think they will. But I just don't see it happening with everything they have to do. I think it would make more sense to get some draft capital, keep replenishing that cornerback room. I mean, we develop cornerbacks better than any team in the NFL. That's pretty obvious, right? I'm just saying. I think Sneed's probably going to be out of KC. And the thing is, like, I feel like Chiefs Kingdom, they get really, really attached to the wrong people, like on the team. If you should know as a football fan that if you're really going to get attached to a player, it better be your freaking franchise quarterback, or it better be a Travis Kelce. Because if you get attached to L'Jarius Sneed, you're setting yourself up for heartbreak. Because that's a cornerback. Like, there's a good chance we're not going to pay that guy big money, and he's earned it by all means. L'Jarius Sneed got his bag this season. He went out there and proved he was the best cover corner in football, and he's going to get paid. And by all means, I think he needs to go get it. And he said it himself. Pay me, pay me, pay me. That's where his head's at, and it should be. It's his first big contract, right? He's a young guy. He's got to take care of him and his family. I mean, he's not going to play football for 40 years. So definitely go get your money, man. But I don't know if it's going to be in KC.